On the morning of July 2nd, a 73-year-old woman in Pennsylvania logged into her bank account and saw exactly what she expected to see. Her Social Security deposit sat right there, the same amount in the same place it arrived every month. She went to pay her pharmacy bill and the payment was declined. She checked again. The money was there, visible on her screen, but she could not touch a single dollar of it. No phone call had warned her. No letter had arrived in the mail. She had done absolutely nothing wrong, yet her own money was locked away from her. And the reason traces directly back to a rule change that took effect this year that millions of seniors have never heard about. If you receive Social Security or SSI, this can happen to you in July, and I need the next few minutes to show you exactly how to make sure it does not. Right here in July 2026, there are 3 specific money changes happening that directly affect your monthly deposit, your access to your own funds, and the protection sitting around your retirement savings. Most seniors I hear from have either not heard about all 3 of them or have heard about them without understanding the one specific action needed to actually stay protected. I am not talking about things that might matter someday. I am talking about real situations with real dollar amounts that are either protecting you right now or leaving you exposed because one phone call was never made or one number was never checked. My name is Thomas Merritt. For over a decade, I have studied retirement benefits, senior tax programs, and the financial rules that affect seniors every single year. Right now, in July 2026, the combination of these 3 changes for the wrong household can cost thousands of dollars or weeks of frozen access. For the prepared household, none of it touches you at all. The difference is information acted on before the problem arrives. Before we get into it, I want to ask you something directly. Are you subscribed to this channel yet? If not, hit that subscribe button right now and turn on the notification bell. Here is why that matters specifically to you. Social Security rules, Medicare rules, and banking laws affecting seniors change constantly. When they change, nobody sends you a letter explaining what it means for your situation or what you need to do about it. This channel covers every single change in plain language the moment it happens. If you are not subscribed, the next update that could protect real money in your account will pass by without you ever knowing it existed. Subscribe now and let us get into these 3 changes together. The first change involves a new federal hold rule that took effect in January and is now active for your July payment. It can lock your deposit behind a freeze you did not trigger, and there is one free phone call that makes you nearly impossible to freeze. The second change involves your July payment dates and a specific quirk in this month's schedule that is being used as cover for the fastest-growing scam targeting seniors right now. The third change is the one that matters most specifically in July. It involves a verification window that catches seniors who recently changed banks and the exact 5-minute check that closes it. 3 changes, 3 actions. Let us start with the rule that can freeze your own money. In January 2026, federal regulators formalized what is being called the Speed Bump Rule connected to FINRA Rule 2166 proposals. In plain English, this rule gives your bank the legal authority to place a hold of up to 15 business days on a transaction or a deposit when their automated system suspects an older customer is being financially exploited. Before this rule, banks had limited power to pause your funds. Now they have documented federal backing to do exactly that, and they are using it. I want to be honest with you. The intention behind this rule is completely legitimate. Seniors lose over $3.5 billion every year to financial criminals. This rule was written to protect the grandmother wiring her savings to a romance scammer, the retiree handing banking details to a fake grandson in jail. That problem is real, but here is the gap nobody warned you about. The bank does not review your account with a human being carefully looking at your life. They built an automated system, in many cases now artificial intelligence, that monitors your spending, learns your behavior, and flags anything that breaks the pattern. That system cannot tell the difference between a scam and your normal life. When it gets it wrong, which it does constantly, you are the one locked out of your own savings. The number that should stop you cold is this. The hold window is up to 15 business days, not calendar days, business days. Weekends do not count. Federal holidays do not count. A freeze that begins the Thursday before a holiday weekend can stretch into 4 full calendar weeks. 4 weeks of deposits arriving that you cannot touch, 4 weeks of bills coming due, 4 weeks of prescriptions waiting. The part that frustrates people most once they are inside a freeze is that the teller cannot lift it. The customer service line cannot lift it. In most cases, even the branch manager cannot lift it. The hold was placed by a separate internal compliance department that customers are not permitted to contact directly. You are not given a number to call, you wait. So what triggers it? Your July deposit can be flagged the moment it arrives if your account has recently changed in a way the system considers unusual. A recently changed direct deposit, a new joint owner or authorized user, a stretch of dormancy followed by sudden activity, a withdrawal that breaks your normal pattern. None of these mean anything is wrong. All of them can hold your money. Here is what protects you, and the first one is free and takes 5 minutes. Call your bank today, not this weekend, today, and add a trusted contact to your account. A trusted contact is one person, a son, a daughter, a close friend, whose name and phone number you give the bank in advance. It is not a joint owner. They cannot access your money, see your balance, or make any decision about your account. Here is why it changes everything. When the system flags your account and is about to place a 15-day freeze, the trusted contact gives the bank an alternative. Instead of locking everything down, they make one phone call. Your daughter says yes, mom is fine, that withdrawal is intentional. The freeze never happens. You never know it almost did. Use these exact words with your bank. I would like to add a trusted contact to my account. Can you walk me through the process? 5 minutes, done. This is the single most powerful account protection available to seniors in 2026, and the overwhelming majority have never done it because nobody told them it existed. The second protection is a phrase most seniors have never heard. Ask your branch manager about a benefits protection designation. This is a flag you can request on your own account that tells the bank's automated system that your account receives federal benefit payments and that any hold on an incoming federal deposit should be escalated immediately to a human reviewer rather than sitting in an automated queue for 2 weeks. Use these exact words with the manager. I receive Social Security benefits by direct deposit, and I want to ensure that any hold on an incoming federal benefit payment is reviewed by a person within 24 hours. A branch manager can set this up in a single visit, and it can make an enormous difference if something goes wrong in July. One more federal protection I want you to know about while we are here. Under federal law, banks are required to protect the equivalent of 2 months of your directly deposited Social Security or SSI benefits from any creditor freeze or garnishment order. If a creditor ever places a levy on your account, your last 2 months of benefit deposits are legally protected and must remain accessible to you. If that situation ever happens, ask the bank specifically about the 2-month federal benefit look-back protection. Know this rule exists before you ever need it. The second change is the one that is actively costing seniors money today. Before I explain it, I want to give you the exact July payment dates, because knowing when your check should arrive is the foundation underneath everything else. If you receive SSI, your regular July payment arrives July 1st. If you receive both Social Security and SSI, your Social Security payment arrives July 2nd. If you receive Social Security only and were born between the 1st and the 10th of any month, your payment arrives July 8th. Born between the 11th and the 20th, July 15th. Born between the 21st and the 31st, July 22nd. Write your specific date down right now and set a recurring calendar reminder. Know the date before it arrives, not after it passes. Here is something specific to July 2026 that most seniors do not know. SSI recipients will receive 2 payments this month. Your regular July 1st payment and an early August payment on July 31st, because August 1st falls on a Saturday and there is no separate SSI payment in August. 2 deposits in July is correct. Do not be alarmed, but do not spend that July 31st deposit thinking it is extra money. It is your August benefit arriving early. Now here is why knowing your exact date matters more than it seems, and it has nothing to do with the SSA at all. The window between when a payment is expected and when it has not yet arrived is the exact moment scammers target most deliberately. They know when Social Security payment dates fall. They time their calls to land in that window specifically. A senior who is already anxious about a payment that has not shown up is far more likely to respond to a caller offering a resolution than a senior simply going about their day. The caller does not need to convince you of much. The anxiety is already there. They just position themselves as the solution to a problem you are already feeling. On February 20th of 2026, the SSA Office of the Inspector General issued a formal public warning about a sharp documented increase in government imposter scams, specifically targeting Social Security recipients. The federal agency that administers your benefits felt it was necessary to sound a public alarm because the volume had grown serious enough to demand it. Here is exactly how the scam works. You check your account. The money has not arrived or you cannot access it. You are worried. Then a call comes in. The caller identifies as a representative of the SSA, the Treasury, or a federal payment office. They explain that due to the 2026 electronic payment transition, your account information needs to be reconfirmed to ensure uninterrupted payment. They have your name. Sometimes they have the last 4 digits of your account. They sound official. They sound urgent. Then they ask for your full routing number, your full account number, or a one-time verification code that was just sent to your phone. The moment any of those is provided, the caller can redirect your next payment to an account they control. Under the new electronic system, account changes can process in as little as 1 business day. The SSA documented a specific 4-part sequence that every version of this scam follows. They call it the 4 Ps: pretend. The caller pretends to be from a federal agency, often with a spoofed caller ID showing a real government number. Problem. They present an urgent problem, a flagged account, a suspended payment, an unverified enrollment. Pressure. They apply a deadline, usually 24 to 48 hours, designed specifically to stop you from slowing down and checking with family. Payment. They ask for your routing number, account number, social security number, or a verification code. Pretend, problem, pressure, payment. If you are in a conversation that follows that arc, you are not talking to anyone from the government. End the call. Here is the rule. Write it down. A legitimate federal agency contacts you about account verification by mail, not by phone, not by text, not by email. The SSA, the Treasury, and every federal disbursement office follow the same protocol. They do not initiate outbound calls to ask you to confirm banking information. That direction goes one way only. You call them. They do not call you. One sentence is all you need. I do not confirm account information over inbound calls. Then hang up and report the contact to the SSA fraud hotline at 1-800-269-0271 and to the FTC at ftc.gov. Here is the most powerful step in this entire section, the one most seniors have not taken. Create or log in to your My Social Security account at ssa.gov this week before any problem arrives. When you have an active account, the SSA sends you a direct alert anytime someone attempts to change your address or your direct deposit information. If a scammer gets your number and tries to redirect your July payment, you receive a notification immediately, while there is still time to stop it. Here is the part that closes the door permanently. If you do not have an account, a scammer who obtains your information can potentially create one in your name and redirect your benefits before you ever know. Creating the account yourself means the scammer cannot create one for you. It takes about 15 minutes. You need your social security number, an email address, and a phone number for verification. If it feels overwhelming, ask a trusted family member to sit with you for one afternoon and complete it together. The third change is the one that matters most specifically right now in July, and it is the one the woman in Pennsylvania from the start of this video actually walked into. Before I explain it, I want to say something directly to you. The fact that you are still watching tells me something. Most people see a title like this, click, watch 2 minutes, and move on. You stayed. That tells me you are serious about protecting what you earned. And you understand that knowing this is the difference between your money being accessible and your money being locked. So if you have not subscribed yet, do it right now. Hit that button and turn on the bell, because what I am covering in this third change is the exact type of thing most seniors find out about only after it has already cost them. Here is the situation. If you switch to direct deposit at any point in the last 2 to 3 years, Your enrollment may not be current right now, even though your payments have been arriving. Bank mergers, closed accounts, updated routing numbers, and account changes all create a broken link between your SSA enrollment record and your actual current banking information. Your payments kept arriving because the link still held, but the moment that link breaks, the next payment has nowhere to go, and you will not receive a warning. You will not receive a letter. You will simply check your account on payment day and find nothing there. There is a second layer to this that is specific to July. Your SSA record and your bank account record must now match exactly, not approximately, exactly. Your name as it appears on your Social Security card must be identical to the name on your bank account. Your address on file with the SSA must match your bank's current records. Your routing number must be confirmed and current on the SSA side. Under the new monitoring environment, any one of these three things being out of alignment can cause your July payment to be flagged the moment it arrives. The money lands in your account, the bank receives it, and you cannot touch a dollar of it while the automated system holds it for review. That is exactly what happened in Pennsylvania. The deposit was visible. It was frozen behind a mismatch she did not know existed. This happens to seniors who moved recently and updated their bank but forgot to update the SSA. It happens to seniors whose name appears differently on their Social Security card than on their bank account after a marriage or a name change years ago. It happens to seniors whose routing number changed when their bank was acquired and the new number was never updated with the SSA. Here is how to close this window, and it takes about 5 minutes. Log in to your My Social Security account at ssa.gov and navigate to the payment settings. Confirm the routing number and account number currently on file match your active current account exactly. Not an account you had 2 years ago, not an account from a bank that was acquired, the account that is open and active today. If you do not have an online account, call the SSA at 1-800-772-1213 and ask the representative to read back the routing number and the last 4 digits of the account number currently on file. Compare that to your current account documentation. If anything does not match, update it during that same call. Then call your bank and confirm the same 3 details: your exact name, your current address, and your routing number on their side. Both checks, SSA side and bank side. One without the other is not enough. Do not skip this because your last few payments arrived correctly. That is exactly the assumption that leaves a senior staring at a frozen or missing payment with no understanding of why. Here is the protocol if your July payment date arrives and nothing has posted. Wait 3 full business days before taking any action. Most delays in the electronic system, posting delays at your bank, processing timing, minor schedule shifts resolve within that window on their own. Acting inside that 3-day window, accepting callbacks from unknown numbers, giving information to anyone who reaches out to offer help is exactly when and how the fraud finds you. The scammer calls on Wednesday because your payment did not show Wednesday morning. The anxiety is real. The caller sounds like a solution. Wait the 3 business days, then call your bank directly using the number on the back of your card and ask whether a payment is pending. If your bank confirms nothing arrived after 3 business days, call the SSA at 1-800-772-1213 using the number you find yourself at ssa.gov. Never a number a caller gave you. They will trace the payment and begin recovery. Let me bring everything together right now in the simplest way I can, because everything we covered today, the freeze rule, the scam window, the record mismatch, comes down to a few specific actions. I want you to take all of them before this week is out. Call your bank today and do 2 things. Add a trusted contact, 1 name and 1 phone number of someone who can confirm you are fine when a transaction is flagged. Then ask the branch manager to add a benefits protection designation so any hold on an incoming federal deposit is escalated to a human within 24 hours. Both are free, both take 1 visit or 1 call. Write down your exact July payment date. SSI, July 1st. Both Social Security and SSI, July 2nd. Born 1st through 10th, July 8th. Born 11th through 20th, July 15th. Born 21st through 31st, July 22nd. Set a calendar reminder and memorize the 3 business day rule. If your payment has not arrived by your date, wait 3 full business days before acting and never respond to an inbound call about your payment. You call them, they do not call you. Log in to ssa.gov this week and confirm the routing number and account number on file match your active account exactly. If you changed banks, closed an account, or had a routing number updated in the last 2 to 3 years, fix it today before the mismatch creates a frozen or missing payment. While you are there, if you do not already have a My Social Security account, create one. It alerts you immediately if anyone tries to redirect your benefits, and it closes the door on a scammer creating one in your name. 3 actions, about 30 minutes total. That is all it takes to walk into July protected on all 3 fronts instead of exposed. I want to close by saying something directly to you because I think it matters. Every one of these 3 changes requires you to take an action. The freeze rule protects criminal victims automatically, but it only protects you from a wrongful hold if you set up the trusted contact first. The scam alerts only reach you if you have the account created. The record mismatch only gets caught before it costs you if you check it before the payment arrives. None of these benefits sends you a notification when you are exposed. None of them calls you. None of them flags your account and tells you what you are missing. The system waits. The seniors who stay protected are not the ones with the most complicated finances. They are the ones who knew which few things to check and checked them before the window closed. You watched this entire video. You already know what most seniors do not. Now take the next step this week. Subscribe and turn on the notification bell if you have not already. Every month there are changes to Social Security, Medicare, and banking rules that directly affect your income. This channel covers every single one in plain language before the deadline passes. The next change could be the most important one for your specific situation, and you want to be here when it happens. Before you close this video, share it with one person in your life who is collecting Social Security or on Medicare: a parent, a sibling, a neighbor, someone from your church or your community. One share from you might be the thing that keeps their July payment exactly where it belongs, in their account, accessible the moment they need it. The bank is not going to call them and explain any of this. You might be the only one who does. I will see you in the next one.